Yo, and we are live. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. I ain't got the thing. You know what I'm saying? But Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I saw your spread. I'm surprised you're even upright right now.
And we might have a little bit to go around. I definitely enjoyed my breaking of the new year. I hope everybody else did too. You know what I mean? But yeah, we got this year in review. 2024 was crazy, insane. Can we say it's probably one of the best years in wrestling or no?
Oh, yeah, we got to say it's one of the best years in wrestling. Shout out to everybody that's in there, too. It's been a minute, you know what I mean, since I seen your boy in there. But new year, new me, man. I know it's cliche, but I'm there. I'm in the building, man. Attitude.
I saw your freestyle and Cipher. You already acting brand new, so.
Yo, what's crazy is, yo, man, that freestyle was like I knew that freestyle was gonna go crazy when I wrote it. But yeah, I'm glad to see everybody accepted it. Well, that was lit.
Yeah. When we finish with this, I'm gonna put the link to that in the chat so people see kind of what we talking about. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to I am Sterling Hines on Instagram. Happy New Year, brother. We see you in the chat. So
come on, you gotta take the sexy voice off, HP. I need some energy, baby. We talk about one of the best years in wrestling right now. This ain't Mr. Sexy time.
I'm on the okay. I'm in the wrong
mood. Henry sex with chocolate today.
I'm in the wrong mood. My bad. Hey, I'm in the wrong bag. My fault.
Come on, you gotta go put your Timbs on. What's up?
2024 though, you know what I'm saying, was a crazy year. Boom, we started off with the Royal Rumble. Cody Rhodes winning the Royal Rumble. Are we good with the story? How we got it?
No.
No.
You know, I said that at the beginning of the year. Ain't nothing changed at the end of the year going into the whole other year. It was no reason. Well, it you know what? Let me change that. I like how it ended, but the whole mishap was like, you know, I feel like they threw a monkey wrench. Like Cody should have never won it if the original plan was Rock and Roman. So remember, we spoke about that before. Like, you know, Rock should have won the Royal Rumble. Then nobody would have had Cody as the focus to, you know, be going against Roman Reigns. So that melee, I mean, that's one of them situations where the universe, it just worked itself out and it played into the perfect storyline. But if we talking about what they created, they dropped the ball. They just figured out a way to pick it back up. And, you know, it worked, though. It worked.
I think the Cody story went Mania too long. The first one probably should have been a shot. We had to follow to finish the story for another year. But the best thing to come out the Royal Rumble was Drew McIntyre, CM Punk. I know I'm skipping ahead, but that was like feud of the year to me. So.
Maj, what do you think?
I mean, when it came down to Cody and the story, I stand by it. I feel like he should have gone at Mania 39. They kind of dropped the ball with that. Had it happened at 39, we could have had Rock and Roman in 2024.
Okay, so I kind of feel like the story went too long, but I think the story. I personally think. What up, Vern? We see you in the chat. Instagram. Shout out to you. I think it was perfect the way it got it, because let's not act like WrestleMania 41 wasn't fire. You know what I'm saying? It was fire. You know what I'm saying? That match alone, I think it was a Bloodline Rules match the night before with Rock and Roman versus Cody and Seth. You know what I'm saying?
No, it was if they win, it's Bloodline Rules, and then Rock and Roman won, which made it Bloodline Rules. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So it was for Bloodline Rules for the second night, based on what happened on the
that's
first.
That's why we had the whole Avengers ending. Yeah,
right.
That shit was cinema though. That, like you say, Avengers ending. That shit was Endgame. Like that shit was crazy. Like no matter how you slice it. So I'm happy with how the story went. I just don't like the story being told afterwards. I think Cody Ben should have dropped it. It's too long, because if Rock wins the Rumble, cool. But if you would have had Cody lose at SummerSlam Survivor Series time frame, we're open this year for whatever we want to do. instead of, you know, that's just my 2 cents. You know what I'm saying? That's just my 2 cents. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Moving right along, you know what I'm saying? Women's wrestling. Let's talk about women's wrestling.
Fire.
I don't think there's a bigger year for women's wrestling.
This
I know
year
we
was
had the women's
fire.
revolution.
Happy New Year, y'all. Happy New Year.
We've been talking about it all year with the women, especially the NXT roster done this year. It's been fire.
Yeah.
Lash legend Jakara Jackson coming up to the main roster. You had 3 big, huge signings. You had Jordan Grace crossover. I mean,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
there's a lot happened in women's wrestling this year. Of course, Jade and Bianca did their thing. 2 new mid-card titles. This year for women's wrestling, the stock definitely went up, and I enjoyed it. So,
Yeah. Ramon, what you about to say?
Now, when it comes to NXT right now, for the women's roster, they are stacked with talent. This is probably the most talent in the women's roster I've seen in NXT for a very long time.
fire.
Yeah.
And they did it without running back to Bailey, who Becky, who we don't know what's happening. We saw her in the promo for the Netflix show. They did it without Charlotte Flair, without the huge guns, man. The women's wrestling, like I said, the stock went up this year. So
Yeah. And let's not forget earlier, there was a lot of people who felt that the women's Royal Rumble was better than the men's. You know what I'm saying? That was where Jordan Grace made her debut. Remember, she came out. Jade Cargill made her debut during that Rumble. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. With introducing 2 new titles as well as that, I honestly think the women outshine the men this year.
a little bit.
Maybe, it's crazy. Liv Morgan has held it down. Is Liv Morgan a better champion than Cody?
No.
No, let's not reach.
No, like you're taking it too far, Jerry. You're taking it too far.
Whoa. God damn it.
Like, that's because, you know what I mean, Cody, you know, is not the best. Like, Cody had a hard act to follow, bro. The tribal chief was the champion for almost, you know what I mean, 3 years. So, yeah.
Okay.
I think it's close once you factor in, like I said, NXT and the crossover, because on SmackDown, wasn't really much going on. On Raw, that's what everything was. So, I mean, Jerry, you got a point, but I wouldn't die on that hill, brother.
Hold on, I got a question then. Like something I gotta ask. Who had a better rivalry? Liv Morgan, Rhea, or Cody and you gotta fill in a blank? Because I don't know who Cody had a rivalry with.
As of right now, him and Kevin currently
Don't
is
do
good.
that. Don't do
And
that.
him and Roman is bad.
Huh?
Okay, that's fair. Him and Kevin Owens do have a okay. Then it's
I'm not
Kevin
going to lie
Owens.
to Gamon. I'm keeping it 100. He brought a good point up. If you put it like that, no. But I don't think that's the only thing that makes you know a champion.
The champion.
Like, that's one of them. But as far as rivalry, she definitely had the better rivalry with Rhea.
Okay.
That's one of the best rivalries in wrestling. I mean, you had the layers. She took Rhea got injured. You know what I mean? She injured her. Dom is fucking with her. Comes back. Dom turns on Rhea. Like, I mean, that's classic storytelling. So yeah, no. You know, but Cody and Roman was this year, Jerry.
Oh.
That's what I'm
Is it
saying.
better than Cody and Roman?
No.
So
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Damn. All right. One goes to
Remember,
DNA.
that was the beginning. That was before he got the belt.
I mean,
right.
You got that. Now, here's my question for you, Jerry. Between Liv and Cody, who had the better matches while champion?
I'm gonna go with Cody. I don't like the booking for Cody, but when it came to in the ring and what was happening,
Yeah, him and
none of his
Solo
matches
Cage
were
match
bad.
was crazy, and that was on SmackDown.
Yeah, that
was a good match.
He had the Logan Paul match was good. The AJ match, the 2 AJ matches were good. Although I didn't like the finish with the one where AJ quit. Don't hit me, man. Don't hit me with that. Remember, he had the steps.
Yeah, that was the one in the class.
Yeah, I didn't like that ending.
Yeah.
The match all the way up to them was good. And then I thought him and Gunther was all right. It could have been better, but it wasn't bad. Liv, not so much. Liv didn't have the opponent list Cody got. He was Zelina Vega, Io Sky, and then it's like,
That's it.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. So Cody, it's got to me. It's Cody. It's Cody, hands down. That Cody did his thing. So good comeback. I'm a take my little L, and you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna come back though. This is a whole year show. I'm gonna have other shit to fire out. You know what I'm saying. But yeah, you guys got me on that one. Big year for improvement, people. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna come back to women in wrestling because we got some big things to talk about. But some people left too. You know what I'm saying? Some people departed, dearly departed. Are we ever gonna get the answers? One, we got Jay Cargill, who is on the shelf, but Ricochet got laid out. You know what I'm saying? They said Ricochet, and he left the company. Year of big leave. Does that hurt WWE at all, or does WWE bigger like?
Come on, Jerry, you being political and the attitude.
You put.
All right, we gonna skip past that.
Yeah, we ain't talking about Ricochet. I mean, what he's doing now, people hate him. He's turned to a heel.
The toilet paper man.
It is what it is. But I mean, they traded Ricochet for Penta. So
hey, that's a fair
WWE
trade.
won that trade.
Yo, so Jacob Fatu makes his debut this year.
Debut of the year, clearly.
Debut of the. Is there anything else to talk? Because I don't think
it's the impact, dog. He took out legends first night on the job, like instant impact. You can't even argue that. It's some people who had some good years. Drew had a good year. Bronson Reed had a good year. Hell, Chad Gable had a hell of a year. But
y'all talking about impact overall?
Jacob Fatu?
Nah, somebody that had bigger impact than him.
Who?
Shout to the Mana, man. The Rock.
You think so?
Do you not? I know
Dude, we don't get the Avengers Endgame ending without The Rock.
Okay, that's fair.
You want me to tell me that WrestleMania press conference, just that whole stretch, it was short, but that stretch carried the momentum of the whole year.
It did.
Rock turning heel, final boss. Like I said, Jacob had debut of the year, rookie of the year, but we talking about impact of the year. The impact goes to The Rock, man. The Rock made wrestling again. The Rock got me locked in again.
Yeah,
he was doing bullshit.
It's hard to argue, but I mean,
so let me ask you this thing, because I gotta combat that somehow, some way. The Rock had some pretty good promo. That live conference that they had, where you talking about his family, you talking about my family. Like he was getting pissed and he smacked taste buds out Cody mouth. That shit had everybody like Seth Rollins didn't want no part of that. Hey, control that guy. Hey, control that guy, right? Rock was cursing. We ain't seen this side of the Rock. But is that promo, was that better than his after hours beating Cody? They say, hey, Rock, we're done. It's fuck that.
But that was only one time, so.
Yeah, but it's still a promo. All we need is a one time.
That promo, Mama Rhodes, that shit is promo of the year. That whole segment when he beat him with the belt and had the blood on him and all that. But I'm just talking about the whole stretch of the moment The Rock got involved in the equation, joining the bloodline, even the stare that, even remember he popped up.
In the beginning, people weren't really with him stepping in though. They had to turn.
Remember when the year started off though, he popped up January 1st. Last year,
he was like, should I go have dinner at the bar or at the head of the table?
Yeah. So he thought like he had wrestling on tilt from the beginning of the first quarter of the year. Even when he popped back up at Bad Blood, that was the talk of the night. He didn't even say anything.
He didn't. I think they actually shouldn't have used that because they didn't do nothing else with it.
We don't know.
Look. you know you a star when that's what's talked about. Everybody you just watch people wrestle for 5 hours. The man came out and did, and everybody like, yo, what's next? So I don't
Like
know.
Vince said, they only remember the finish.
Yeah,
They
I,
only
I
remember the
think I
finish.
think he got I think the final boss got the
I can't argue it. I can't.
yeah.
Okay. Von Dutch, shout out to you. DNA, you killed that good cipher, man. Even though y'all talking wrestling, he just wanted to let you know that was
Hey,
Good looking, bro.
killed it, dug it up, then killed it again.
yeah.
What was your favorite bar Arch, in that?
I got a few, but twitching more than Casanat is crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is.
What I do, put it in the pin. He even finished the bar. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
Sometimes that be the
The
best.
LV monogram burger,
Yeah.
the
I
sonogram
let
video
them
from the
you know what's
sonogram.
crazy though?
Fam, I watched that like 10 times because I had to break it down. I was like, yo, this is crazy.
Nah, but you know what's crazy is that I let everybody else finish the independent bar because that bar's been said. So that's just me knowing that, but nobody said it in that way.
Independent. Don't skip a beat. Yeah, but
No,
if
no,
the
no,
Source magazine was still around, DNA, you would have the quotable. You know how these do the quotables in the back?
Yeah.
You would have the quotable for this month's issue, my guy.
Oh yeah, mom's had a bad heart, but told me son don't ever
Don't
skip
skip
a
a
beat.
beat. Fire.
Nah, I was
And
locked.
dude's face in the back while you rapping the whole time was crazy too. He was like, I can't believe he's saying this shit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, nah, what I was trying to do in that shit was literally like, and I think people understand that they watch it. I tried to do a documentary in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. You know, when the documentary starts, it's going to show you all the
yeah,
adversity,
mission
struggle,
accomplished.
and all of that. And then towards the end of it, you show like, you know, if it's a great story, where the person is at today. So that's how I wrote the verse. Like, let me tell you what I've been through. Let me tell you how it just ended recently, and let me tell you like all the beautiful things that have came from what this started.
From channeling it.
Yeah, that you know, but what's so crazy is that was real shit. That's how I got on there, bro. I was speaking that shit into existence. Now, how you get on Power and Stars? They got channeled.
Fire.
But
HP, what you got, man? Because I mean, my man, he had a moment. So if you haven't seen
definitely had a
it,
moment.
the good Cipher DNA, he held it down to the end. But yeah, check out that verse if you haven't. You're gonna rewind it over and over again. So.
Yeah. Definitely. Like I said, when we get off, I'm gonna go get that link and I'm gonna put it in the description so y'all see what we're talking about. So when I timestamp it, you know what I'm saying, it just all makes sense. And then you know what I'm saying, leave the comments below. Tag team wrestling, yo. Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I want to say it was a big year for tag team wrestling or not. I'll let y'all call it.
I don't think it was a good year for tag teams in WWE at all.
I thought it was very weak.
yeah, I didn't like it. It was a lot of forced teams.
Yeah, it was Motor City Machine Guns that's a big deal. It did nothing for them. Ciampa and Gargano got back together. Grayson Waller and Austin Theory went missing. Jaden and Bianca held titles but barely defended them. It was more movement in the women's division, which was
What happened?
least amount of tag teams than the men's.
The Usos broke up. Filled the big void, man.
Then you had injuries. You know, War Raiders was hurt. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they know what to do with the Street Profits. They let Bobby Lashley go. So Cedric Alexander and my man down in NXT. So it's just a lot of like no movement in the men's side of the tag team wrestling. I don't feel
at all.
Again, and the Usos and New Day are huge parts of the tag team division in WWE.
Yes.
So without them and pieces moving around them, there's not much you can do. The best tag team actions in WWE this year was in NXT.
Axiom and Frazier.
Tag team of the year.
Usos break up. First the Usos break up, and every day I wake up.
Body got a problem with Hov.
What? First New Day break up, then every day I wake up. Somebody got a problem.
Yeah, it was in WWE. I just think it wasn't a big year. I mean, it's not many quote unquote traditional tag teams in the WWE. So.
No,
I think the Judgment Day helped to kill it.
Let's talk about that, right? Top 5 matches of the year, and then let's go to top 5 matches like where we're not going to say like obviously the matches that we say that were duds, they have to have credible names. So what's everybody's top 5 of 2024?
But I couldn't tell you what I did yesterday, so
Like,
my fried over here. Drew and Punk.
Drew and Punk with one though, because I'm going Hell in a Cell.
Which one?
That's it instantly top of the brain.
No, but what Hell in a Cell?
They had 3 of them.
Yeah. The final one with the Hell in the Cell, because it used the Hell in the Cell for what the Hell in the Cell is for.
Exactly, abused it for sure.
Bro, it's hard for me to think because you talking about The Rock alone made me remember. I forgot that whole part of the year.
You heard me there?
Huh? Yeah, go ahead.
We got to put Roman and Cody in there.
Yeah, Roman and Cody's definitely a top 5.
Top 5.
I also have, and you said, I don't know if you said it was like big matches or not, but for me, one of the best matches of this year happened on NXT, and that was Axiom and Frazier with Javion Evans taking on the Rascals, which was Wesley, and like that match was insane, crazy. The athleticism in the match, they shit I never seen before, and I was on the edge of my seat. Period. The whole like, oh shit, this needs to be on main roster. So for me, I definitely got to put that in there.
Then he said Randy and KO. I fuck with that.
Only reason I don't, y'all didn't like Gunther's not so much.
Ilya and Gunther got to be in there somewhere.
Yeah,
like those two, because they was
that was crazy.
It was going crazy on weekly television.
When you think back to like some of the pay-per-views didn't, PLEs, whatever, they ain't really live up to it like that. But you know what I'm saying? Some of them was going crazy. What was the match with Logan Paul? Where he did the springboard to that, it was SummerSlam. I just can't think of
LA Knight, I think.
LA Knight. You know what I'm saying? He tore the roof off with LA Knight. You know what I'm saying? Super athletic dude. That springboard, that jump up to the rope and flip off to the outside of the ring. One time deal. You mess this up, brother, and it's a wrap. You know.
Yeah.
Damian Priest had some good joints.
Yeah, you gotta think who was really active. I mean, it was a good year for a lot of people, but top 5, I can't really think right away. Yeah. Because I want to say Io and Bailey had a good match.
Facts.
They did.
I definitely got Seth Rollins losing his title to Drew. Drew taking too long fucking around with CM Punk. And Damian Priest cashing in on him. But the emotion of Seth, like he was like, Seth was just crying on his way back to the locker room, talking about, hold on to that title. You work hard, you did. And that shit wasn't 5 minutes later, man.
That was weird.
That dude done lost that belt, and everything you just told him was out the window. Damian Priest, it's the Judgment Day and all that. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I thoroughly enjoyed that shit. So I'm gonna put that in there for me. I'm gonna put that in there. That Money in the Bank cash in. But the whole thing, Seth losing to Drew fucking with Punk, and then Damian Priest coming and collecting, I think was it worked for me. So that's probably gonna round out my 5.
There's a lot. Then we saw a lot of people get screen time this year that probably necessarily wouldn't have got that much if certain things didn't happen. Sammy got a lot of screen time. Chad Gable, Bronson Reed. Ilya was wrestling like every week at one point it seemed. So it was a lot of people who got some screen time this year. Priest, Finn. We saw a lot of that this year.
Actually, another match that I liked for this year, OG Bloodline versus the new Bloodline at Survivor Series, War Games.
You know what? I gotta put that in there. Let me rethink.
I was really like that.
Yeah, and it had a lot of like little moments that made you go, "Oh shit!" Was CM Punk work with the Bloodline? What's the deal with him and Roman? Bronson Reed made his mark and put himself as a staple to the main event center scene. Like I'm legit. I'm here. I deserve to be here, and it works that I'm here.
Yeah, he cooked. He cooked this year.
Yeah, he definitely. I'm very happy for him. He's probably one of my breakout stars of the year. You know, if we say Jacob is the
He
rookie of
got to
the year,
recover though. That recovery,
Yeah.
he got a bad injury. So,
oh, man, that's probably one of the worst things. But at the same time, when he come back, they keep him at that where you had him. Don't knock him down. And then let him take out Seth Rollins first or somebody or CM Punk for moving Buddy off the table. You know what I'm saying? That all worked for me. D, we ain't gonna say that. We had a good year to start. This is 2025. We're gonna leave all that shit in the past, D. Don't be putting that shit in the chat.
we can't see it, HP. What you talking about?
Nothing. Ain't talking about nothing. You know what I'm saying? D, the assistant and shit.
Oh, first of all, she's lucky she's a woman. But this shit, she's definitely following the trend. Yeah, Raw's going to Netflix. Yeah, it is. The way she's talking in them comments, chat, Raw is going to Netflix, chat. She's on the right podcast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's talking real attitude era shit, and she's definitely she's on
I
her way to Netflix. If you had a Hulu subscription after that last comment, you know what I mean, her Netflix is getting ready, yeah. Oh my goodness. But
yeah.
Big.
Well, I'll tell you after one match, and these are my guys, and I think they could even attest to putting out a better product, man. I did not like the Usos match at WrestleMania.
Nobody did.
No one.
Jay did an interview about it and said he didn't like it. So
yeah.
If you had asked me what was like my most disappointing match of the year, it's probably that one.
Yeah. I'm with you on that one, Gavansh. That was bad. Well, do you think the WWE spins the block on that? Or nah, they ain't doing
No.
that.
Absolutely not.
They wouldn't spin the block is nigga they attack team with it.
Yeah, let's not go back down that road. Yo, since we
only
talked
thing
about the
sucks is that they shortened Jey Uso's title run to get back into this bloodline thing, I believe. Mm-hmm. Why even do that?
Yeah.
He was piping hot. He could have carried that title for a year. And I don't know why he couldn't carry the title and still be involved with the bloodline.
Yeah,
because you got to keep other people hot, man. That's the thing about Roman. When you start beating everybody to the point, other stars now got to like look for other things to do because now you're not chasing the title no more. You've been beat.
But Jay ain't beat nobody.
That's the thing. He can say he's a former Intercontinental Champion. He has the accolade. He can say it, and we can put Bronson Reed to be the guy. You know what I'm saying? And because he's so hot, we need Braun
Breaker.
Braun Breaker. I said Bronson Reed. I'm sorry, y'all. We need Braun Breaker to get a legitimate win on somebody that is hot to see if it propels him, keeps him hot, or whatever we're gonna do. Jey Uso just had to be wrong place, wrong time, man. It's time for the Bloodline story. Sorry, brother, you gotta get that title up. Sorry, brother. It's been a long ride. Gotta do it to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was. It was a good year, man. It was an entertaining year. Had a little some down moments because, like I said, when Roman went out, that Roman return, I don't think it really popped how they wanted to pop because he was in and out on 1 week, off 1 week. It's just so much centered around the bloodline that when it was good, it was amazing. When it wasn't, it was like, what's going on? So
yeah, took a little bit away. Do we think? I mean, I definitely say Roman probably had the best return, but was there a better way to do it? Should they have waited longer? Should they had because he came back to SummerSlam and he came back. It was what it was, but should they have waited longer? Should they have waited to Bad Blood? Maybe should they have pushed it out?
Bring Roman back?
Yeah,
it's not. It's the way they brought him back. They brought Roman Reigns back and made him look extremely weak. Looking for help, begging for help. that's not the Roman that was holding it down for the past 3 years. Roman was getting beat the hell up. He didn't look strong in his return.
I mean, this is my thing, right? My guy Rosa Nostra in the building. What up? What up? This is my whole thing. I hope all that shit was expedited to get Rock and Roman. If it wasn't, then I think the storyline was rushed. If it ends with Rock versus Roman, then I understand why everything was sped up. The return was sped up. Them getting back together was sped up. I didn't understand why, you know what I mean, with all of the people that are in the NY family, why we even had outsiders in, you know what I mean, in war games. But yeah, so I hope it all, you know what I mean, comes together at the Netflix joint.
Hey, we're gonna find out in a few days.
Yeah,
we're definitely gonna find out in a few days. I wanted to go back to a little something because we did talk about your the cipher that DNA did. You know what I'm saying? Obliterated. Who obliterated some promo? Because there were some great bars on the mic said this year. You know what I'm saying? I could bring you in early January 22nd. Cody Rhodes and CM Punk. And it was almost like prophetic the way that was back when CM Punk was like off in the mirror, off in the distance is hold up, what's that? There's a bigger superstar than you coming to take everything you work so hard for. And that person is me. And he was like, you're calling me this. And Cody was telling him I'm more CM Punk than you. And it was almost like we was going to get a CM Punk Cody feud that I think they can still get to.
Nah, they're going to definitely spin a block on that.
Yeah, they definitely.
Punk is Punk, dog. Punk is just good on a mic.
I was about to tell you, Punk got a rivalry with multiple people. We still got to get Punk and Roman. We got to get Punk and Cody. There's somebody else I was missing. Oh, well, it's happening with Seth right now.
That's Rollins. He finally, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, Punk. I mean, on the mic, Punk is good. It's just Punk, bro. I think Drew cooked this year and Gunther cooked this year too.
Like with Drew, I hope after how he's been in 24, I hope he got a raise, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the best year of his career and his best rivalry of his career.
Yeah,
and that whole Punk, I would say, because they had a hell of a rivalry this year.
Yo, that whole I prayed for this when Drew started that made that shit feel super authentic, and he just ran with it. So. Drew has some bars for this year. CM Punk and Seth Rollins cooked on the last show of the year. Well, not the last one, but the last Raw of the year. They had a hell of a promo that was crazy. Where he said, I seen the man took her ball and run. Is that what you're gonna do? Blah blah blah. And yo, Seth firing back. Yeah, she's off raising kids. I know you don't know what that's like. And then just keep, you know what I'm saying? These two just going in it. So there was definitely some crazy promos, bro.
Yeah. I don't want to go too ahead, but when it comes to that promo Seth and Punk had, it made me dislike Seth more on that side of the rivalry after that promo.
You talking about the one they just did?
Yeah. Not that it wasn't a bad promo, but I'm looking at it more on the lines of, you mad because he left the company and all of that, but you must have forgot what they did to him. If I left my job and they sent me my letter of termination the day I got married, it would have been fuck you too.
It would have been fuck you too. And I think that we might see that come out because you know they kind of took a turn on that with how they're talking about it. Now it's more like, remember CM Punk called him little brother and he told him how you tried to audition for me. They go in that route. So we'll see how that go. The street trash from Gunther. You know what I'm saying?
Gunther killed it this year, bro. Gunther was going crazy. He told Finn Balor 8 years ago he was the best in the world for one night. That's crazy.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yo, don't forget what he told Bret Hart. My favorite wrestler.
Oh, it's Bill Goldberg.
Yo, and then he tells Goldberg the reverse.
Nah, he cooked up this year.
Gunther was on one.
Gunther was crazy. Gunther was crazy. Very underrated on the mic.
I think the WWE's definitely steered this ship in the right direction, headed to Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Felt a little more edgier, felt a little more adult. They was dealing with some adult themes, you know what I'm saying, with Dom and Liv, and hell, Jay and Rhea was flirting with each other. You know, we saw a lot of blood. I mean, not playing blood, but we saw it was some rough stuff this year. So
Drew McIntyre, Hell in a Cell, got busted open, needed like 16 staples or so to close that wound. Even on the NXT level, Javon Evans getting his teeth knocked out by All Ego. You know,
that was nasty.
yeah, that was some good stuff. So, happy to see it. Happy to see it.
One
Rikishi
thing,
needs to.
one thing this year they did that surprised me. They have not been censoring or putting black and white anytime there's blood.
Yeah, I think they want to get away from that. I think even though they like a product for children, they also want to acknowledge the adults that are in the building and watching on TV.
Yeah. Even when they drop it on YouTube, they don't even black and white it. They dropped Punk and Juice K Hell in a Cell match on YouTube a few days ago. It's all there, uncensored.
Fire.
Yeah, they gonna move away from that, especially going to Netflix where you can show what you got to show, and if you need to,
yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
That's gonna be crazy. So I got one thing left, but I also got questions about 2025. We seen, you know what I'm saying, everything that happened in 20. What are your hopes for 2025? What are you trying to see happen? Give me three things you trying to see. Like if you got five, that's great, but if you got three things you trying to matches you trying to get or whatever.
2025 Rock and Roman. I'm gonna be upset. I'm gonna be upset if I don't get that. That's number one on the list. Rock and Roman. Number two. What's the favor that CM Punk owes
Heyman
owes CM Punk? What's the favor, man? What's the favor, man?
I think it's a WrestleMania headline.
Mm.
I think it's a WrestleMania headline.
And last but not least, I need John Cena versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania.
That's a big three. I like that. I like them three. I like them three. Archie, what we got?
I want to see the NXT new class step up and have successful, good careers. Like I want to see what the women can do down there when they come up. I want to see that. I want to see what Obafemi looks like in the ring with Gunther. I want to see, but I want them to still be the same characters. I don't want Brodus Clay again. I don't. We can't have the Funkasaurus, right? I don't want that. So NXT's been cooking. I want them to continue to cook. I want the last thing I see at WrestleMania this year to be John Cena holding up a title when the credits roll. That's what I want to see. Because I don't think people really understand what's happening. John Cena's been wrestling before some of the NXT stars were born. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. John Cena's been that dude for a long time. Like, and it's gonna be like Kobe. I don't think people appreciated Kobe till he really retired. You got to look back at it. If I saw him holding up that title with the credits rolling, that's a perfect ending to WrestleMania for me. And I want to see. I spoke on the younger guys, the Cena, but I want to see the people that's going out to go out on a high note. You know, I want Charlotte Flair to come back and really mix it up. You know what I'm saying? I want Randy to come back and really mix it up and give us, you know, what we want to see on the way out. I don't want to see the bullshit they've been giving us. Is he hurt? Is he not hurt? You know, the returns. Right. And a lot of people getting old. AJ Styles, man, he might not come back, but he does. Let me see him go out. So I just want to see wrestling be really like good to the people that's been good to it, which, you know, you really rarely don't see. But yeah, that's what I want to see, man. It's been this year was good and it's going to turn, but I also want to see people that had a good year this year to carry over the next year. I want to see Chad Gable do something. I want to see Shinsuke just came back. Let's see him do something. I want to see, you know, Gunther continue to do something. Like, keep it rolling. When Bronson comes back, get him back in the picture. Just keep the ball rolling. Don't stop and focus just on the top of the top with Netflix. Like, the middle is what matters, because we saw when Roman was out and it was just that was the story. When that story was gone, it was kind of dry. So, yeah, just
very
keep
much.
that ball rolling, man.
Gamaj, what we looking like? 2025. What we do?
Oh man, y'all taking all the good ones, but I mean, I hope Tiffany Stratton has a successful cash in, not just cashing it in. If it's not successful, her having the briefcase was a waste of time.
Mm.
I do at some point want to see a Cody heel turn.
Mm,
Yes,
mm.
yes,
I'm
yes.
mad at that.
Yeah, like everyone I know online, I've been talking about the whole Homelander gimmick. If he like turns heel, if he does that, I think he'd be a menace.
Oh yeah, for sure. WWE, yeah.
And if anyone's familiar with Cody when he was like ROH in the Indies and New Japan, he's a pretty good heel.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got a third?
Um, being that I'm not a crazy Cena fan, if he was to win a title at Mania, if this is like the route they go, it should be the
Yeah.
Intercontinental title, in my opinion, because that's the only title he never won to be a Grand Slam champion.
I like how he threw. They might do that. They might let him win that and the WWE one. This is last year. Give him it all. You got
Shit, then he would pass Rick up definitely by what, 2?
yeah. So let him do it.
Passing Rick would be eternal satisfaction for me. No matter what happens in life, I can live good if John Cena tops Ric Flair as the 17-time.
Hey, HP, I know you said this is the last thing you got, but when you go, I just want, after you done, because we ain't gonna be on here too much long, I want y'all to go around and give like y'all top moments from the pod this year. So y'all start thinking about that. Whether it could be an interview we did, something that happened, just some top attitude era moments.
Okay. Uh, a lot of my stuff concurs, but I definitely want to see. One, I got to see. I want to see Liv beat Rhea and go on to fight different opponents. I don't even want to hear this whole "I'm the best women's champion ever." You only got like 2 or 3 opponents outside of Rhea. I want to see Rhea do something different, and I want to see Liv go do something different. But I want Liv to maintain that championship because as long as she got Daddy Dom and Raquel, I think there's always going to be a story there. Uh, 2, the rise of Braun Breaker. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how far and how fast he's gonna go.
That's
Yeah,
that's
but
that's
he's
inevitable.
magic. He is magic. I actually would like to see him get involved with either Cena or Punk by year's end. And he's magic. He's magic. He's one of the next guys for WWE. I don't know.
Break up Punk would be crazy.
Yeah. They could both talk on that mic, and
Yeah.
it's yeah. That I gotta see it. I gotta see it. Um, and last but not least, man. Last but not least, now that you've given the New Day this new vibe, this new I broke my neck. So what?
Gotta do
Right?
something with it.
Gotta do something with it. I don't care what it is. If they gotta cheat to win every single match, let them do that. You know what I'm saying? But don't have them start off losing. I want to see the New Day be good heels, uh, hook or crook, then win titles, restore that tag team division. The Usos look like they're coming back, and we talked about that earlier, right? You need the New Day, you need the Usos, legitimate tag teams. Well, it looks like we're going back to that because they're both coming back. So I would love to see it. You know what I'm saying? And stop having old people talking about they putting over the young talent. That's not true. You just had these motherfuckers losing every week, and it does nothing. It doesn't.
Randy lost, AJ lost, Rey
Randy ain't
Mysterio
won a big
lost.
match yet.
Attitude
I'm
era. I
trying to
was
go.
tripping with all the Cena shit. I feel yo, chat. Make sure y'all share this out too, man. Everybody that's there, share it out. Share it out. We want to get these lives. This is just the New Year's resolution. We want to get these lives with 50 or more people this year. Everyone, that's the goal. Need a 50 all or more, man.
Well, Ross TV, man, what you talking about, man? You saying some bold stuff in the chat.
Mayo was tripping when Cena the Cena shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I ain't mad. You know what I'm saying? Cena definitely he had his time in wrestling. I just don't want Ric Flair to keep going down into 16. There's no need for it.
I
Cena
need a
is
50
crazy.
ball in there. You hear me?
There's no need for it. Give Jade Cargill a mid card belt. Is that a real thing?
What, the Mid
No.
Cargill or Jade Cargill?
What was your question, Jerry?
Jade Cargill. I'm just reading what Vinny talking about. Vinny said, "Give my baby Jade Cargill a mid card belt."
Shout out
Right?
to Vinny. I think Vinny has been on every one of the lives we did this year.
Facts. Shout out to Uncle Vinny.
Shout out to Vinny.
Me and my cousin Vinny.
D taps in regularly. Miss Awesome Saucy. You know, we got the regulars that tap in. But I think Vinny has
We about expanding, man.
perfect attendance for Vinny. Shout out to Vinny. And he coined the Yamily. He's the creator of the Yamily. So shout out to Vinny.
Starting on Raw and Netflix, 50 ball or better, man.
I like it. Salute to you, Vinny. So my last thing. All this talk, all this shit. Who was your MVP? Who did it this year for you? Who carried the company? Who pushed things ahead? However you come up with your criteria, but I need to know who your MVP is.
Paul Triple H Levesque.
My MVP is the final boss, man.
Rock.
I'm saying Triple H.
Why you say Triple H?
A lot of this stuff is because of Triple H.
And a lot of this stuff is because of the final boss, man.
So, I mean, I don't think you could narrow it down to one specific wrestler. There was a lot of moving parts this year, bro. Think about it. Crossover with TNA. Somebody had to approve that and say that was okay. You know what I'm saying? Shinsuke just wrestled overseas, literally like last night. Somebody had to say that was okay. So the expansion of wrestling and wrestling moving forward this year really happened in those rooms and meetings. And I want to say Triple H, man, because even KO doing power drivers, that's unheard of. You know, they getting a little loose with the move sets, a little loose on the mic. There's a lot of people with a lot of different stories this year that were all pretty good. But I gotta say Triple H. And Shawn down in NXT. What Shawn Michaels is doing in NXT is crazy. So, I mean, that's probably not the answer you wanted, but I gotta say, give Triple H some credit.
Did was when the NBA said who the MVP, you gave it to a general manager, bro. He didn't want to make the hard decisions.
Hey,
he didn't make the hard
because it's not one right. It's not one answer.
I mean, you might be right. I agree with you, but you know, if you got the Gamaj, who you got?
We just asked you, man.
Oh, you asked me?
Yeah, who you got? Mr. Hard Questions.
I was deflecting.
Paulo Cruz, your twin.
Not. oh shit! Archie with the jokes. That was good. Well played. Apollo Cruz, King Apollo, King Cruz. On the women's side, it's Liv. She did a lot for.
Well, I thought we was just talking overall. You're doing a lot of landscaping over there, man. A lot of architect work, man.
So you think he's Seth Rollins? You the architect?
Shit. Okay.
MVP, man.
Yo, I'm gonna have to say it's Roman Reigns. The year revolved around him. It really did.
Yeah.
Even in his absence, like it was like Scottie Pippen. Remember when Mike left and he put up the shoe and he was like this? That's what Cody was doing. Like, Roman, come back. Get these. They saying my ratings suck.
I mean, if you're gonna say that, I might have to say Solo Sikoa then.
I don't like it, but I could agree with it.
He kept the story going. You needed a leader. You needed somebody to do it, and he did it. Now the job he did, we can debate.
No, but he got better too.
He got better. He definitely did.
Yeah, Solo cooking.
Started getting in that pot. Yeah.
So yeah,
Solo actually is believable in that spot now. Like like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it wasn't always that way.
Nah,
baggy suits and shit. You like, did he get this tailored? He looked awkward. Now he's that dude.
Yeah, he
He's that dude. So he has definitely done a lot of growth. But yeah, I
He's
gotta say, bro,
Kevin Roman. I ain't
the
mad at it.
year revolved, even though he lost it, that whole iconic run went to an end. The year revolved around him. We were asking.
Is it bad that nobody picked the actual champion? Cody Rhodes?
I mean, I was going to, but I'm gonna let y'all go ahead.
We know. That's your
Yeah.
twin.
Yeah, but the thing is, out of me not picking a champion, I really want to say Drew.
That's a legit pick.
Because when you look at Drew McIntyre in his year, he's been very consistent with all the appearances he's made. He was full-time all year. He's had the best improvement in almost every way. It's almost, I don't think there's really been a show he was on where I was not glued into what he was going to talk
Tapped
about.
in.
So, but
You remember he hospitalized CM Punk?
It's a lot this year, man. So we could go either way with that.
Yo, Hendon, I'm not ever gonna pick the Canadian hobo. Let's not forget that man still ain't shaved. You know what I'm saying? Or clean his beard up. He still looks like he just wandered off the street. He's done a great job going with the bloodline, but he always looks like he just wandered off the street by accident and just threw on a pair of tights and started getting it in.
I mean, when it comes to Sammy, I would never pick him for the MVP of the year because he felt more like an accessory.
Okay, I get that.
What's a nice outfit without a chain, though? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that highlights the shit. You've all seen it. You know what I'm saying?
It's an LV burger without the monogram. I don't know. But yeah, best moments of the pod, man. You mentioned Sammy. I definitely gotta say, Gamaj, your interview with Sid Vicious. Rest in peace, Sid. That was a huge moment for the pod this year. For those of you who don't know, our man Gamaj, the Haitian Nightmare, Cody's twin. He actually did the last interview with Sid Vicious before he passed away right here on Add to Our Podcast, and that was this year, which got the whole should Sid Vicious be in the Hall of Fame conversation going. And yeah, we swept the globe with that one right here, Attitude Era, which was, I think, a dope moment for all of us. Just being able to talk to Sid, but you know, having him show that that's something he wanted, and us being able to get that message out there. So bittersweet, but still sweet.
For me,
no mercy. All battle rap wrestling card, and that was fire. Big moment.
For me, y'all know I'm going with Bret, man.
Bret Hart interview. Swept the globe again. You know, DNA got to sit down with the pink and black attack himself, and that was fire. I think you asking Booker T about the Hulk Hogan promo was pretty damn bold for one, and funny. You had Booker shaking in his boots a little bit over there.
Man,
Jada Parker had a Booker T moment. Let's not forget.
Certain things got to get asked, man. I mean, for me, listen, yeah, like I had a hell of a year with the wrestling podcast, man. This year I interviewed Rob Van Dam, and I'm saying we, but I'm talking about me being there, which was an honor to me to be able to ask the questions. Rob Van Dam, Kurt Angle, Bret Hart, Booker T, Diamond Dallas Page, Vince Russo. Jim Ross, Max Caster, Prince Nana. It was hell of a year, yeah.
That's insane. That list right there says holy shit, and people ain't even got all that yet.
Yeah, you know, they gotta go get it, man.
People ain't even got all that yet. I know it was time unseen, but I think it was the attitude. It was the No Mercy. Being able to chill and talk with AJ Francis and doing the whole battle bars and all that.
That was a moment for me too. I brought a wrestler to battle rap.
Yeah. I just recently watched that again, man. That was a solid event.
Yeah, that was a solid event for sure.
Yeah.
Good moments, man.
You haven't seen it, it's on DNA's YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, go check it out. He just dropped Cortez and Zeta Dropout.
Yeah,
Saga, AJ Francis on there. J-Rock and Chess went crazy. So yeah, that was. And if you look real close in the crowd, you might see some familiar faces, especially one wearing the do-rag and a sweatshirt who had the time of his life. And
yeah. That's what
he even gave AJ Francis
you heard me?
the battle.
You heard me, Archie?
Yeah, I heard you. The whole
That's
world
one of my
heard.
moments. Yeah, that's
The
one of
whole
mine.
15
Hey,
minutes of
I
fame.
wasn't gonna let it be. I know we had, you know what I'm saying, tribal combat with chess and rock, but talking too crazy. People gotta understand. This is the
Yo,
podcast, chief.
yo,
You
but
know what I'm
listen,
saying?
y'all. But listen, y'all. That right there, he
That was a movie.
coined a new name for me after that night. That's when
Gamage pulled out the belt, the white winged eagle belt that
I
only
got to
him and
hold
Cody
that
Rhodes
motherfucker.
had.
that's when Mr. Sipperable was coined, man.
Mr. Simple.
Mr. Sippable.
We joined. We went.
Look
into
at him. There you go. We gotta live the gimmick. So
We went to the Mr. Sipperable era after that, yeah. Yeah, shout out to Mr. Sipperable, man. But all right,
that
y'all.
John Cena debate we had on here was pretty fire too. Did he
Which
transcend
one?
wrestling? We gotta finish that. The double
Did
ups are
John
always
Cena
good.
transcend wrestling?
Yeah, if you
Is
never
he's a
seen
dropout.
the double up series fire this year. So yeah, man, it's a lot of good things and good funny moments. Some of the funniest moments, happen off the camera, but y'all get that one day.
One day,
Okay.
one day. But yeah, y'all, man. Thank y'all for being here with us, rocking with us. Like I said, this year for me with the pod, it's all about expanding and getting it out there more and running them numbers up, man. Netflix debuted, I'm calling it now, 50 or better in the room as we recap it.
We see you, Danny. DJ Danny Frapp from the UK. We see you. Shout out to you, sir.
Oi, oi.
We're definitely
Let's
ready
do
for
it,
the
y'all.
stage.
Let's turn up.
So
Y'all got anything
yes,
else
sir.
before we get out of here? We're gonna try to top it at an hour. We're about 3 minutes
Oh.
out.
But yeah, I'm done.
You done?
Yeah.
You know, I
You
said
finished?
pause,
Or
but
you
yeah,
done?
I don't got nothing else. Yeah.
Yeah, Gamage, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
HP?
Yeah, brother. You know it. I'm good, bro.
All right, brother. And Attitude Ever Podcast. The year is 2025. That was 2024. And this Friday, we will be live doing the main event of SmackDown. But look, Monday, history will be made. You're going to ask yourself, where were you when Netflix went raw? But you need to be right here. Attitude Ever
I
Podcast.
might be there.
Live during the main event. So
50
if
or
you're not
better.
subscribe to the YouTube. If you are subscribed, hit that notification button. Follow all the social medias, Attitude Era Podcast. Because if you like what we did last year, you're going to love what we do this year. You know the crew. We're about to get up out of here. So Friday night, we see y'all. Peace.
Good night.